Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee. In today's video, we are matching up my Orange Dark Terror with the Fortin 33 pedal. Now this Fortin 33 pedal, if you don't know, is what I like to call an enhancing pedal. So this enhances an already good sounding distortion. So we're going to utilize that by first dialing in a sound with the Dark Terror, and then we'll engage this and see how it sounds. We'll have a little jam like I do in all my videos, but this time we'll do two jams. One with just the Orange Terror by itself, and then both of them paired together, and then we can see how they stand up. So let's get stuck into it. Matching up the Orange Dark Terror with the Fortin 33. Now we have everything set up, ready to go. Grab my Ormsby guitar. And let's get a bit of a sound out of this Orange Dark Terror here. So we'll just quickly dial something in. So I put the just shape, which is like an EQ parameter type of a preset setting thing they've got. So let's brighten it up a little bit more gain. All right, so see if we can brighten up just a tad bit more. That's sounding all right. So we don't muck around too much with the Dark Terror, because we really want to see how it matches up with the 33. So I think this distortion that we've got running at the moment yeah, it's sounding all right. Yeah, it's sounding good. There's no use mucking around anymore with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in fast forward mode. And I've only got two cameras, sorry. So I'm just going to swap the other camera over and put it to the Fortin 33 pedal, because now we're seeing the settings that we've got on the Orange Dark Terror. And let's engage the 33 and see how it sounds. So I'll see you all just on the other side of this. All right, now set up the other camera, grab the guitar again, the fun part. And we still have the distortion that we had before because I didn't touch anything. So now let's have a look at the 33, the Fortin 33, engaging it. So what I'll do is I'll start down low, which will give us no signal to start off with, as you'll see. And I'll just, it's kind of facing the wrong way, I can't fully do it, but I'll do a couple of chugs and slowly turn it up, and so you can start hearing its characteristics come through. So this is a little bit high for my liking. I normally have it just around about 1 or 2 o'clock-ish. Now already I can tell it's got a huge difference to it. So let me just do a quick on and off. And on. Yeah, so big, big difference. Compared to it off. Yes, a big difference between them both. So before I start kind of babbling more in depth on what I think about them, I'll save that for my final thoughts afterwards. So let's get into the jam. So the first jam I'll do will just be with the Orange Dark Terror, and then I'll do a second jam with the same little jingle, for lack of a better term, with the 33 pedal engaged. And then we can hear the difference and have a chat about it afterwards. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tunes. Time for my final thoughts on matching up the Orange Dark Terror with the Fortin 33 pedal. So firstly, let's talk about the Dark Terror by itself. It's a really cool amp. I do like it a lot. The one thing I think it lacks is not so much the versatility, because the shape aspect does give it a lot of versatility. I think it's just tweaking. There's not much you can really tweak on it. So it's really strong on what it gives you, but it's really hard to take that next step up that you need when you're kind of fine-tuning a tone, if that makes sense. And one of the other really good things I like about the Orange Dark Terror, because I don't want to feel like I'm just ripping on it, is it's really quick to get a really good sound, and this video being a prime example of that. It didn't take us long to dial in a solid distortion straight off the bat. So absolute full credits to it for that. But engaging the 33, the Fortin 33, it not only gave it a boost, but its EQ preset in here and how it affects it just really makes it pop and really brings the guitars out and makes it a hell of a lot more aggressive and punchy, which is what I love in my distortion, especially when I'm dealing with low tuning guitars. So the Orange Dark Terror by itself, not too bad. With the 33, it makes this, I don't know how the best way to describe it, going from a peasant to royalty, for an example of comparison there. It just really takes it, it does take it, I know you used the term, the example before, was taking it to the next step, but I really feel like this, even though it's only one knob, and talk about versatility, this doesn't really have much. It gives you a certain flavor of aggression and brutality, and that's it. So if you don't like it, you're not going to like this pedal. If you do like it, like I do, you're going to love this pedal. So matching up with this, it just, as I said before, it just really added that brutality and that aggression that I love in my guitar tones. And even hearing the mixes that I did in the two different jams, having the 33 really made the guitar stand out a lot more, gave it a lot more clarity. It tightened up the sound. And even while I was performing and playing, I could really feel a big difference having this engaged compared to not having it engaged, which is why I like to do my recordings. What's the right word? Not so much live, but it is pretty much live. So the footage that you see is the footage of this being turned on and me playing it with it turned on. I don't reamp the one take in that, because I like to really embrace how the guitar tone is, not how it's being played, but I like to be I like to be one with the guitar tone, so to speak. So as its aggression is emphasized, that's how I alter my playing. And I kind of, it's really hard to explain. It's easy to explain, but it's hard to explain. If you can understand the zen of that. So it made me play differently when the 33 was engaged, and it made me pop a lot more of the, or accent a lot more of the notes, because I could hear them more, and they had a lot more clarity to it with the 33 engaged compared to when it wasn't, and it was just the Orange Dark Terror. So within saying all that, I do have a question for you all, which is, are boost pedals like this, and they're not just straight boost pedals, they do have an EQ curve setting with them as well. So they're not just limited to just giving a boost and that's it. So with these enhancement pedals, I think it's a better way of describing it, do you think they're worth it? Do you think these are a want or a need? Or do you think if you can't get your sound that you want without using one of these, then you should be trying a different amplifier head? Or something different? Do you feel like it's not one of these you need, you just need, say, an EQ 10-band pedal on here or something like that to run through? Yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Because I've heard both arguments where people say these are a must and they have a place in the guitaring world. And I've heard the other argument to say you shouldn't need one of these. You should be able to utilize your amp and know your equipment well enough to be able to do everything out of your amp by itself. So definitely keen to hear what your thoughts are on that conversation that's going around, for lack of a better term. Now, I say going around, it's been going around. I think I first heard about it maybe 20 years ago. So it's definitely not something new and a hot buzz topic to talk about. It's a continuing one that hasn't ended since probably well before then. So definitely keen to hear that. And this being a YouTube video, we all know where to leave your thoughts if you haven't already, which is down below in the comments. So in saying that, I'll stop babbling and I'll do my usual sign off. So whether this video is in the foreground or the background, I absolutely appreciate your company and being a part of these conversations. I hope you enjoyed the little jam I did and dialing in this pedal and the distortion and how I put it all together. If you do, always appreciate a subscribe if you haven't already. And I really look forward to chatting with you next time. And until then, please stay safe.